No, you look good. You're not shiny.
Yes, I am. That's like what her name said.
Who? Oh shit! Let me hit live.
Walters. Barbara Walters.
Oh my!
She's like, put some powder in his nose.
I have to stop cursing. I've been too comfortable having fun and cursing because this is in case we post it this way. I don't so it's monetized because I know they don't like that. But okay, so that's live. Okay,
let me scoot back.
Yeah, you're fine. You can adjust yourself. It's the first minute.
You
what do you want me to do? What do you think? In like this?
Yeah. No, I mean in. You're not out.
Oh.
Like, cause see how much of the big gaps between us.
But see, now you can't see my face on this camera. I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on this one. And these two. This one's not so important in case we post this one.
Well, then you need to move
I think
closer.
if I move back, it'll be better.
Nope.
What do you mean?
You need to come closer here.
No, but I'm not gonna show on that camera in case I post that. That's why I don't. See, look. If I go closer, let me show you. Look at half of my face is cut off.
Here, let me move over then.
Half of my face is still cut off. That's why I was back here, so at least this profile shows.
Okay. That's you out of frame, not me.
Okay, there we got somebody.
That's not me.
On YouTube. Hello! Happy TGLF.
Yes, hello.
Happy Friday. We are here. We are back in Phoenix, as I'm sure you know by now from our trip from Louisville, Kentucky for the National Barbie Doll Collectors Convention. We were there for a week. We were there for a week for this annual convention that happens that travels from state to state. And we just posted a video. That's going to be the first thing on today's agenda. Is if you haven't checked it out, it's a super long, in-depth, it's a 2-hour long video of our week-long venture in Louisville, Kentucky. I forgot where we were.
It's super long. You actually cut it down too.
Yeah, I had to cut some stuff out. But like, I think for the most part, most of the important stuff made it. There was like I got like really comfortable. Oh, someone said hi. Las Vegas, Linda says hi. Oh my God, your mom says hi, Lottie.
Oh, she's on? Yes. Don't call, lady.
Hi, Lottie.
Ruin the live.
That's Timoteo's mother right there. Eleuteria Cañas. Hello, Lottie.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Yes. So yeah, we posted that video. It's a 2-hour long video. It is, oh, Tim is cut off. He doesn't look cut off from TikTok. You look fine. Marisol wrote that. Hi, Marisol. Happy Friday.
Well, George keeps pushing me out of frame.
I'm trying not to.
No, well, you're the one that seems like you're out of frame.
I know. That's what I'm... Yeah. Oh, well. Who cares?
Cut off.
I'll try to adjust it. Oh, we have... Hello. Samuel said, hello, you two. Well, hello, Samuel. Caesar... Oh, Avila says, I loved the video. Thanks... Marisol's on. He says, thanks for giving us the convention experience. Yes, of course. Our pleasure. It was something that I wanted to for sure focus on while we were there because I think it's a really fun experience. And I know not everybody gets to go. Not a lot of people know about it. And then we got Beverly Straight saying, hi, guys. Hey, Beverly. How's it going? Happy Friday.
People in Louisville didn't even really know about it. They didn't know what was going on in their town. So when we posted, they were kind of dumbfounded that was even happening.
Yeah, due to our TikTok that got a lot of attention. I try to be fun and say it the local way, which is said many different ways, but I said Louisville or something like that. And,
no, you didn't say it right.
Huh?
Just kidding. You don't think you said it right.
Well, none of the there's like so many ways to say it. I'm just saying, like there's signage even at their convention center that gives you kind of the grammatical different ways you can say it, but people went on the TikTok and really tried to criticize me.
Gave their opinion about
it. Says
how to say
Alex says, hey, just joined. Hey, thank you for joining. Oh, we have a lot of comments this week. It says whoever sees it. Oh no, sorry.
Another dirty man.
I don't know.
Woman?
No, Tim, you're assuming the worst. This is actually. Maybe this is worse than that. This is a Bible Belt person.
Oh, Lord, Bible Belts.
So remove that comment. Okay.
Pray for us.
Goku. Oh, no, I don't pray. No, thank you. Goku says play Roblox. No, I don't play. Oh, no, we're watching that Minecraft movie. We stopped watching it, though. It's kind of got dumb.
Squares.
Yeah, Beverly Straight. Happy Friday. Yeah, Goku. Hi, Goku. Do you have Brett's dolls? Yeah. Oh, we'll get to it. But okay, National Barbie Doll Collectors Convention. We just came back from there. Like Tim was saying, it was
humid.
It was humid. It was at the Galt House, which is dead center in the downtown. We're facing the Ohio River.
Yeah.
And we could see the brown water and the little ducks swimming in the Ohio River. And it was interesting. I would say. I don't think I'd ever go back on my own accord to Louisville, Kentucky, but It was all right. It wasn't hot. It was just, like you said, humid, right?
Yeah, but there were some like the Muhammad Ali Museum there. There was a Slugger Museum if you like baseball there, and I believe the Cardinals emblem, their mascot was also a cardinal.
Yeah, so it was we recognize that because we have the Cardinals
And
here
if you're
too.
really big on bourbon, which I found out my neighbor is, talking with him that they're actually planning a trip just to go and have bourbon there because bourbon is very, very popular in Louisville, Kentucky.
Viv and Asif says, hello, happy Friday. Hope you're both well. Well, hello, Viv, and thank you. I saw your comment on our latest video. Thank you for watching that 2-hour long feature length film.
Thanks for all the comments. George has been trying to get back on a lot of those comments just to get back to y'all, but it's been so busy with a lot of things coming back and then unpacking and then trying to get back into our schedules. I know George has been a little behind on his work with his business, but he's getting back right in.
But it's like I really wanted to focus on this because this was a big moment, I think, for us as collectors. Although we try not to focus just on Barbie, we do really love Barbie. That's why we go, oh, look, you're wearing, I was going to pull mine out later, but let me put mine on too. This is my badge. I attached it to last year's.
A lot of buttons.
Last year's, yeah. This is our badges that we gave to us. These are our convention year badges, as you can see right here and here up there. They have our registration, us, where we're from, our name, where we're from, our registration number, and then there's the Barbie 59 Club, because they did have this program for us where they gifted us some stuff and they showed us some behind the scenes, which I can't wait to talk about.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk about the National Barbie Doll Collectors Convention. We can start first with saying that we did post this whole tour video that's 2 hours long, but we are gonna do a sit down, like a regular format video that we do, where we have our table and we show you basically a show and tell of everything that we got, including like stuff, purchases, the things they gifted us, the things table mates gifted us, and plenty of other amazing stories while we were there. There's so much. I fear that video may be just as long as the tour video, but I guess
hopefully we'll try to get that out. We say Tuesdays, but it's so long to edit some of these videos, so it's either Tuesday, Wednesday. So don't quote me.
So this right now is just a quick little sneak peek at some of those things. I guess since I mentioned it, is if you were a Barbie 59, which is the membership on Mattel Creations, you actually got let in on Saturday afternoon. You got to choose a session, and they gifted you some dolls, and then they also gave you a sneak peek on what's coming up soon from Mattel. Were you pointing at the comments?
No, kind of you're halfway in.
It's fine.
That you were so worried about.
It says, "How was the Minecraft movie?" Oh, not great. Not great. Oh no, I already did. It's fine. Don't worry. And then it says, Las Vegas. Linda says, "Sweet." Sky says, "Hello, Sky." I guess the things they gifted us, I did post a short about it, but I opened these, so they look peculiar. But these are some of the new Barbie Basics dolls. This is, I believe, the Asian one from the first line. As you can see, she has a short brown hair, and this is the one Tim was got. It was random. You didn't get to choose.
Yeah, there was a rumor that we were going to get 3, but they were actually boxed in 3s, and then they opened them and they randomly passed them out to you when you walked in.
And I got this curvy Latina one, which, as you know, they're like $25, so that's pretty nice. Last year we got those really nice the pink styled ones. No, it was the Styled by Pink. That's what I believe the line is called. But she's the one who looks like Dua Lipa. It's the one Carlisle designed. Yeah. And that was really nice because retail was $115. So yeah, what he was talking about with the basics pack, the 3-pack, I was so terrible. I heard the gossip.
Rumors.
Well, yeah, I was spreading it because it's fun. It was fun. It was like we were there, right? So it was just like having fun with it and trying to talk about a convention years. It was on the down low. It was going to happen anyway.
And I met a long distant relative there. That was fun. Dustin, was it?
I don't remember. Sorry. It was Dustin. You probably are right. I don't remember. But yeah, we got gifted these. These are pretty cute. I had to open them because I was trying to take these with my carry-on, and they took too much space in their box. So I just, carved them out.
My long distant relative got us in at the 1 o'clock because there was a 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock, and I thought, well, let's do the 1 o'clock in case they run out of dolls. But yeah, we got in quick.
Yeah, so it was these two, and then they also had the blondie with the ponytail, the short ginger, and then the black girly with the red beautiful like auburn sort of hair. Those are the ones they were gifting away. But they did do this cool thing where like under your seats there was randomly placed along the people there in attendance, and they picked three people to go up in front of everybody, and with one of the Mattel designers, Carla Javi, and I forget the gal's name. I feel so bad. Sorry, I met her too, and I forgot her name. But they redid one of these dolls, and then you got to pick like the outfit and redesign it, and the winner won $100 gift card to Mattel Creations. Yep. So that's on our video. You get to see that,
and they get to keep the dolls.
Yep. That was pretty cool. And then all the sneak peeks. Actually, let's talk about that. There was a lot of things that were. I'm going to talk about this more in depth in our video. We're gonna hopefully post next week, but my favorite thing that they talked about, that they showed us, is the new Dia de los Muertos La Llorona doll, which she was real. I got chills just right now mentioning it. It's so cool. No one's talking about it, so I'm gonna try to make a short about it. I are not allowed to record while they show this sneak preview stuff, but I can maybe try to do a rough sketch, just kind of show overall what I remember seeing, because I did take voice notes and kind of describe her, so I have that to rely on for right now.
And they also said they wanted her to look like water. She was like a blue tint to her.
Yeah, so exactly. That was really cool about her. And my favorite part about her was that she has like the Katrina, which is like, you guys know the sugar skull face paint, but she also went into like her chest area because she has a off the shoulder open area, which is really cool. I really like that aspect of that doll. Obviously, she's coming out for probably Dia de los Muertos later this year. So look forward to that. They usually announce that, I would think, like a month or two before they go on for sale. Oh, we got a lot of... Oh no, hold on, someone's spamming right here. Being weird and rude.
Spammers.
How do you... Hold on, real quick.
And they showed a lot of other...
hide user on this channel. Sorry, we're hiding you. Don't be rude.
Line that came out, the basic Barbies that came out, different shades, more of a
there you go. Color. Sorry, you've been rude. They said sorry, but oh well, you got... Don't be rude. Annabelle says, I like your necklace. Oh yeah, these are our badges. This is lanyard. This is the lanyard they gave us. So he's wearing exactly what they gave us, and then that's more of what it was. What was the pink circle for?
The pink circle was like I said, my cousin, long distance cousin.
Oh, that's right.
I went into. They gave us an option of getting the basic Barbies either at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and we chose the 1 o'clock because, like I said, I had some connections.
Well, it was a program where they gave us the dolls for this whole thing we're talking about.
And it was a long line. People were complaining we were in lines, but they actually went really quick. I mean, they pulled you in as fast as they could, and we were in the hotel waiting line, so it wasn't that bad.
Well, the line, what the line was that he's saying, it was the day before, because they do this thing where obviously they know we're Club 59 members because it says on our badges, but they need to verify it. So like a couple days before that all happened, they had us come in like at 3 to 5 to verify it, but everybody showed up, and it was at first kind of slow, so the line looked really long. Yeah. And it fed into this part of the hotel where there's this long hallway where there's no AC, and it was damp and warm in there, and that's where people were so like irritated with waiting and whatnot. So
but they got us in as quick as they could, though.
Yeah, well, but it was just like...
I was actually referring to when they gave us the doll when we were in the hotel.
That was fast, yeah. That was fast. People were complaining about the verification.
Yeah, no, I got that, but I was trying to leave that out.
But but what was interesting though, it's like he did bring up a good point. So if anyone's from the conventions watching this or potentially going to watch this, he said this verification, well, you guys should probably do that when we register, because there was a day before all these events and luncheons where they gave us this and our tote bags and all this fun stuff, and they could have verified it there.
Yeah, right then and there, when the volunteers were there. But I guess they actually, I don't know, were they volunteers? Because they have their computers up and everything.
Yeah, they are, yeah. So they could have verified it then instead of doing that extra 2 hour, because it was 2 hours. And what was weird is that the museum had just opened. Yeah. All these stuff had just opened. So you had to sacrifice 2 hours of having to go see all this stuff just to
wait in line.
A Disneyland, worse than a Disneyland line. Oh, someone said be kind always. Hello. Can you see my chat? Oh, yeah, we can see your chat. Hi, yeah. Sorry, I had to remove someone was being weird and rude, so I removed their comments. It says...
Yeah, we get attacked.
What you doing there, buddy? Well, this is the doll channel. If you don't know, our vintage doll hunters, Timoteo and George.
We're here. We're gay, so
we're
moving.
We're here. We talk about dolls. Hello. I know last week someone was talking about African prints. I was like, wrong channel. I don't know where you got that from. Yeah, okay. So we did that. All that stuff happened. I guess we could start showing some of the stuff that we got there at the convention. Do you want to start?
Oh yeah, here
So
I
this
got
is this is Tim's.
this is
What did Tim
a
buy?
special sparkle. It is missing the little pink top, but this was one of the room sales that I purchased the first go round when we went in and looked at all the fun stuff. It was actually reasonably priced. Of course, I always look on eBay before I purchase things out there. But this was a really nice outfit. I thought it was in great condition, and it was one of the sellers, Susan, I believe, that was there, and she had quite a bit of beautiful things there. But I took off with this one, and then I also got this Best Buy look that I thought was really pretty. I thought this would look really good on my Christy doll. Would set her up in this little orange outfit. Really go good with her skin tone color. And once again, great purchase price on this and excellent condition. I pulled it out just to look at it, and I thought it was great for
Show it on this camera. You're focusing on the wrong camera. There you go.
Well, this one's, anyways.
These two. Focus on these two. Yeah. Sorry, TikTok.
Sorry, TikTok.
Well, not really.
These
sorry.
Are the really fun outfits that I purchased, and I thought they were.
Oh,
really
look, Betty.
nice.
Is that Betty Rubacaba that's on TikTok?
I don't know. Is that Betty Rubacaba?
I think so. I can see your face there. Hey there. Oh, hello. Sorry, we try to focus on our YouTube comments. We have more, little bit of comments on here usually.
I don't know why I left them in here. Ah! Shit.
Oh, it says, okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. Show them.
There you go.
So that's the outfit he was talking about. Super cute, which was on a short that we also posted. So check that out. We've been posting all week long. Oh, someone put darn. I was looking for the African Prince channel. Oh, sorry, that's not us.
Is that the person that did?
I don't know. It says Las Vegas. Linda says, personally, I collect Chrissy and Tressie dolls. My Tressie doll I've had since 1971. It was
Tressie. I have Tressie. I haven't put her.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on. I'm not. God, you cut me off. Hold on. It was a Christmas gift from my favorite aunt. So there you go, Tressie.
Auntie.
Go ahead.
But I think she's talking about the Tressie, the Chrissy Tressie, right? The one that goes with the tall one with the black hair. I have her as well, not the small, short one with the pull-out.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you want to respond back to see if that's what we're thinking.
What she's referring to.
Be kind always says, "Hey, yay, hi guys. Hope you have a great night tonight. I'm sorry to hear." Oh no, it's just comments. Thank you though to get attacked. No, it's just like it's the internet. People are weird. And then my daughter has an old Barbie from the 90s. We are giving away. Would you be interested in seeing it? Sure. Yeah. Send us pictures. We're on Instagram at Vintage Doll Hunters. On Instagram, just at Vintage Doll Hunters, and you can send us pictures there. You can TikTok you can't send photos. Neither. Okay, yeah, that's just Instagram. And then Caesar Villa says beautiful fashions. Yeah, very beautiful, very gorgeous, very stunning. And then he also did buy one more thing, but
for what? Oh, okay. I was trying to put this back. No, it's fine.
There you go. But if you check out our video, are you gonna put that one away too, or you just?
I was gonna put it up.
Are you gonna block the light? Okay. There you go. There you go.
Okay, and another fun little item I found was this Ken box. I was on the search for these. A lot of people don't know about them, especially the ones that are doing the vending, which I like. But it does not have the Ken name on it. So usually the Ken name would be right under his head. But there was a rumor out there that there was a pallet of these made back in the 60s that were non-branded, and they just somehow just got out there. So they're just out there roaming around, and I found this. And it's usually on the second edition Ken, the one with the little red shorts on the front. And he's going to be the plastic molded hair. So he's not the, what is that called? Flocked hair Ken. He's more of the plastic,
the molded
hair Ken, the blonde one. So you'll find them usually in this box version of this, and this is the way it looks. Isn't that neat? I loved it. I mean, when I purchased it from the person that was selling it, they really didn't know about it. I, of course, was like, oh, I want, and it was reasonably priced for $65. I thought that was great. And so after I bought it, of course, I mentioned to them that it did not have the name. So their eyes opened up really big, like, dang it, we let it go, but oh well. And then also our friend Stovall, he gave us a quick lesson on the Ken doll, ran us around the sales room real quick and just gave us some updates on what else to look for on these doll boxes and what makes them rare, and how to tell a brownette, which I believe George videoed that little piece on there. So he even let us know some inside information, because he's a big Ken collector, and meeting all these new friends at this convention is really fun, and then gives you more information to store away in your head for your future doll hunts. So hopefully we do that for you guys.
Yeah. Here, turn your legs this way.
Sorry.
Sorry, you're pushing into me. But there's stuff you bought.
Go ahead. Don't worry about me. I can handle myself.
I'm not. No. I'm looking to see if you want to show anything else you bought, because you're just
I have
back
anything
there.
else I bought. Everything else was a table gift. I was just gonna say Louisville.
Louisville. I'm no longer saying it.
Louisville. I'm gonna say it right.
I'm not, because they're judgmental.
Yeah, our friend Janelle gave us this little table gift.
Oh, is that who gave it to us?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
nice. Thanks, fine. Chanel. That's cool. And then there's something else. Just to cover that stuff.
No, that was just the.
I know, but to show the stuff you brought
cover.
out. Yeah. Well, no. This is what they. Oh, I used this for the thumbnail or video, but this is you saw the banner if you saw our video. They used this imagery everywhere for the convention.
Even outside in the city, they had little what do you call it? Those banners out there in the city, in the streets, hanging out, letting people know
by the
hotel,
convention
was going on. Yeah, the little walkway on 4th Street, which was really neat.
Yeah, that was a street we had to frequent a lot to get around. And then you bought that too.
Oh, you want to talk about this?
No, we'll wait. Okay.
These are dolls we bought the week.
Okay, so we got that. So I guess the next thing. Oh, and then I just wanted to give an update. I know we showed you our merch and stuff. Like, I don't know if you remember, but this was Tim's his big table gift. These custom, they're actually really nice quality. Everyone really loved them. They say Barbie and Midge in the back right here. But they were a big hit. I made sure to use it. Actually, really nice. I actually swapped out my convention tote bag and used this the whole time. Mm-hmm. Very nice quality. And also, as well, as you remember, I did 2D fanny packs. See, right here, 2D fanny packs. These were a big hit, but not only just those, but the shirts even more. Yeah. I had shirts made for us, and the 2D shirts were a big hit. People really like the 2D shirts a lot. As you can see, it's a combo with the fanny pack, and it's has this ringer maroon color, and this is like a beigey color, and a 2D emblem right here. People really love these a lot. The day that we wore them, it was really fun to wear them around the convention and all that. Aside from that, there was other T-shirts too.
Oh yeah.
That we wore, that we had custom made, which I'm sure we showed you, but see, to match the tote bag, the Barbie and Midge right here, people really like this one too. Imagine if you would have stoned them after all. Oh heck no.
Oh god, that would have been awful.
And then updated, just a new version of our Vintage Doll Hunters t-shirt right here.
Yeah,
really
nice. What you call it? We showed them around that advertising ourselves.
Oh, and then this one, my new Georgina Doll Wigs merch shirt right here, which is really cool. And I also made these fanny packs to go with them. Wore them around. Right now they're prototypes. Unfortunately, the gal that I went to have these made, she's closing her business, so I'm gonna have to find these. And I'm happy I had these two made, at least for me and him, because I now have a reference for the brand and see if I can outsource it with another company that does this printing on t-shirts. Oh, we got some comments. Hold on. Yes, the tall Tressie. That's what Linda said. It's the tall Tressie.
Oh, you already talked about your bag.
The tall Tressie.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
The one with the black hair.
Be Kind always says, awesome. I'll find you and send it to you soon. Have a great day. Be safe and remember you are loved and important. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. You as well. Thank you. And then Samuel says, show us those new fashions on dolls later, or when you redress them.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes. Fun to find rarities. Yes, there's tons of rarities, and that's the thing with this convention. Is like, you go shopping, they have tons of Barbie, but I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to like the vintage stuff and some of the more collector stuff that's easier to find, they price it really high, and it's almost more convenient just to buy it on your own accord. Maybe when you bump into a little bit cheaper online on whatever, because some of these people ask for ridiculous amounts. But some of the more obscure things that people may not know too much about, like this Ken box, you can maybe find a good deal on because the seller doesn't really know much about it, so they just put it for a certain price. That or non-Barbie related items, because that's what I kind of focused on this year, and I got some really cool non-Barbie related items for good prices while I was there, including my RuPaul doll, which I'm not going to show right now. I'll show next week, because right now what I did is I bought a lot of box dolls, but I packed them and shipped them back home, and I just got the box back the other day, but I kind of want to pack it for that video.
Do a reveal.
Do an unboxing of that,
okay,
of that,
an
of
unboxing,
the video.
Not a reveal. Corrected.
It's what's my box? I want to do it on camera. So
No, I get it.
I'm trying to do it on camera because it's like
Reveal.
a surprise almost over again.
Reveal.
It's a surprise because I wanna.
Surprise reveal.
I remember what's in there, but it's kind of like opening the box is really fun and new.
Yeah, they also had the merch that they sold as well. Or they had that room that we went and bought stuff that we're going to show on our video as well, like the handbags and the little pillowcase that you bought.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. So Mikey says hello, Mikey, and then Caesar says, "How was room shopping? It doesn't look like you guys bought." No, well, yes and no. We did spend money, I'd say, in my opinion. But the thing is, it's that you have to consider like, yes, I'm going there's a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna go like wild and just purchase everything I like.
This outfit by itself cost $100. Okay, if you bought this times 10 or 20, you're spending some money there. Okay, and I'm not saying to be like $100. It is actually a really good price for this. I said because it's in fabulous condition. But yeah, if you have money and you want to throw your credit card all the way up there, then yeah, go right ahead. But no, we were being just a little more meticulous on what we were looking for. And I have a lot of stuff at home that I haven't even went through yet. So it's hard to go out there and buy stuff, especially if you don't have a list of what you need. You'll come back with duplicates, and I've done that a lot.
But I think as professional collectors that we are, we're very picky as to what we want. So when we're there, yeah, there's some interesting stuff, but it doesn't mean I want it at that price either. Because it's like, that's my whole thing is, for me, number one is price. Because if you're going to try to sell me something that's really cool and unique and then charge me an arm and a leg, I'm going to pass up. I'd rather just enjoy seeing it and move on with my life. But if I run into something that I like, because I like a lot of things, but I will only buy it if it's a good price, because I'm a firm believer that if you're patient, you'll find a good deal one day.
And you got to remember, you're going to be there a week. You got to feed yourself, and you got to have some drinks at the bar and then hang out with everyone. So you still got to live your regular life while you're there. So you're not just spending money, and then you're also paying for your hotel stay, which is not free, and that's the kind of accommodations you have to do.
It's expensive to be there just alone to get there.
Yeah, then you got to pay your airline tickets, your Ubers to the store to go get you some groceries.
For me, the big takeaway of this convention is I really go for the convention doll.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, that's like the unique item that nobody else is gonna have in that moment. And yeah, it's like a gamble because you don't know what it is, but it's a fun gamble. I don't mind because just like this past year, if you watch the video, me personally, I was not too crazy about this doll. We actually both posted ours and sold it that night because we knew if we didn't do it, it's because if I would have loved that, I would have kept it, or indifferent like last year's, I would have held on to it for a while, but it was an immediate no for me. So I posted it online and they sold that night, and right now they're like struggling to sell at the press. I mean, there were some ridiculous people posted them already at ridiculous prices,
$700-$800,
and those of course didn't sell. But like we put ours at $325 and they sold really fast. I had the white version, he had the black version. I actually posted after his, and the reason why I switched, because I originally got the black one, but I switched it because I felt like the design, to me, sometimes when they design the dolls, like one of them is an afterthought. And to me, I feel like the design and the hair was centered around the blonde Barbie, the white Barbie. Like, I would have loved some textured curly hair, like a Diana Ross for the other one, because it would have befitting like culturally, and like Shadana Toys would have been more accurate and more respectful in that kind of way. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of that goes into it, that factors into everything. Someone says, Samuel, on average, how much was a trip? Oh, I know. So just the basics, like the plane ride, the convention tickets, and the hotel between the two of us, because it's times two. It was like $3,500, I would say. Because you pay for your convention ticket ahead of time, that's $500, so that's $1,000.
Well, this year it's going to be $515 for 2026
if you get it before early registration.
That's early registration.
And then there's a late registration for us still.
Yeah,
there is, and that's like $30 more, $35 more.
So if we don't do it exactly when we do it,
there's a window. It's early, and then it's late registration for us, and then the public. Yeah,
and since we already were conventioneers on this 2025, we actually get first purchase rights for getting that.
We get first. It's the conventioners always get first dibs for next year, but there's always a lot of people that don't go to the following year or drop off. So that's where there's slots open to the public. I remember when we joined last year, we got our tickets. Luckily, that first time we tried, but we were immediately number 814. Like, so they sold out in a minute. So
Yeah.
I wonder, there must have been like at least 300, 200 slots open. I would say.
And there's only 850 openings for each convention, so that's how many people are allowed to go.
Yeah. So
you got to
so
jump
yeah.
in
So
there.
like this
and
number.
Not, some people will be on a wait list and they'll wait there until, well, not in line, but they will wait because other members will drop off.
I'm 484 and he was 483. So when we got in, we both got in side by side and got numbers right next to each other. But that's because we were early. We were able to get our tickets early because we were. It says in
and then if you were a conventioneer that didn't register and you didn't go this year, you have to get back on that all over again, and you got to try to jump back in there because they will not reserve your spot.
If you're if you they won't. No, you're right. Either that, or if you buy your ticket and you just miss the cutoff, you get put on a wait list.
Yeah.
And the wait list, there's no telling if you'll get on or not because there's hundreds of people on the wait list.
Yeah.
I heard, and some people will even go. You have to be on the wait list, but when convention starts, they'll go and like camp out overnight because when late registration opens, if any people are no shows, that's when they start letting people in who are there in person and who have already on the wait list. For your convenience of trying to get in physically in person.
And a lot of people just go there for the room sales too.
Oh, that too. Just because you're not a convention doesn't mean you cannot go. Like you said, room sales start from the weekend before. They start Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday, because Wednesday the official activities start, but people will still room sell before the activities and after late night, the last night, because after Wednesday, the next day is when the official sales room opens and you're not allowed to do room sales after that. So you can go shop, or the public day on Saturday, which is the sales room. This year it was $12, so you're able to go in from the hours of 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and shop the what's left over from what we didn't buy.
Yeah.
That's where how I got my RuPaul doll. So hey, next question. Caesar says, what was a crowd reaction to the convention doll? It was quiet. I didn't hear a lot of attention because it was like, so they give so we have a table. There's 85 tables, 100 tables or whatever, and they have the box, like a shipper box with them in there, and the host has to take them out. But what was dumb about this year is there was no label that said AA or white.
It was the number.
They were struggling, like, oh, whose is this? Whose is that? So like some people were like already opening there. So I mean, it wasn't loud. The only thing that got a loud reaction wasn't at that dinner. It was the Llorona doll.
Oh yeah.
And also the other thing too, people like these. Sorry, I skipped over this.
Dolls.
No. It was the
holiday?
12 days of Halloween, because people really like the 12 days of Christmas, but they're starting a new thing, which is 12 days of Halloween, and they have their first one they're coming out with this year, and she's a witch. It's like the Silkstone dolls, and people were like, oh my god, like clapping. I mean, we didn't clap, we don't collect those, but
she was a Silkstone doll mold.
Bill
right?
Greening, yeah. It's a one of Bill Greening's designs. So that's probably why. How morbid! He's alive, alive and breathing.
Mattel.
I know, it just sounded funny.
Then there was quite a bit of people wearing Bill Greeny protest shirts. So that was fun.
Well, they weren't protests. They just had his face on it. He's calling it that, but they weren't. They were just showing their solidarity and support for Bill Greening.
It said icon.
Las Vegas. Linda says, great advice. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So yeah, even if you can't make the convention, you could still be at the room sales reminder and that at the public sales room day. It's really fun. I would advise going to room sales because everyone who's in room sales, a lot of those people are going to be on the sales floor, but a lot of their stuff will sell before they make it to the sales floor. So it's very important you take advantage of room sales and like maybe make a trip for 1 or 2 days to go just room shopping in the hotel the weekend before convention starts, because if you go to the end, maybe they might give you better deals, but it'll be slim pickings. People will have already sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and in room sales will go from very cheap, moderate pricing all the way to the thousands of dollars. They are not messing around because a lot of them are unique and one of a kind.
Or what was gaggy?
Someone's eyes roll.
Or what was gaggy about the whole thing too was sometimes people just bring great deals in general, and when they start room sales from their hotel rooms, there's other sellers that'll go buy the cheap stuff from other people and then take it to their room and upcharge it and sell it for higher, which was I mean, it's fair game, but it's kind of sucky because that like makes unfair, kind of for people who
Well,
just go there just to
not
buy.
really. I mean, that person got their money, and then like with me getting this Ken doll, I mean, the person didn't realize that they had a rare item on their hand, and I got it for a great
Well,
price.
but there's a lot
I'm
of
not
people.
gonna resell it. I'm gonna keep it, but that's just the way the game is.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is that's your opinion, but there's a lot of people that don't like that because they go there just to shop like you. So as people shopping, it's almost like they rush there on purpose to buy the cheap stuff and then sell it to them more expensive, and that's where they got upset. They're like, that's not fair. That's not fun. Oh, okay. I'm just saying that's what I heard about that.
Get
I
up early. Early bird gets the worm. That's what they say.
I don't know. I believe in it, but then also that's also shisty too. It's like the scalpers that go on the brats and they buy up all this stuff just to resell at higher prices. I get it, but that's still like taking some fun out of it because I think there was really good deals there.
But the people that are doing that are not like going in there and buying everything out of someone's room. They actually are just looking for their particular items that they feel the quality is there and that they're priced right for them to resell. They're like, you know what? This was in my room. I probably can sell a little bit more because of who I am.
And so for
You know,
some
and
for
that's
some people,
fine because
no, I know. I didn't say it wasn't. You're defending it. I'm just saying
people build their reputation to be something, and people trust what they have. So why not buy from a dealer that you trust and know that they're getting quality items? And like I said, just because a person has it out there for cheaper because they're just trying to get rid of it
No, I
and trying
get
to
it.
make money, then that's what they ask for. You're not going to go and give them more. Like, oh, I'm sorry, this is $400. I want to give you $800 and I'll take it off your hands. No one does that.
On offer up, they do.
Okay, well then offer up. Okay.
I'm not against you or saying you're not right, but I'm just saying that's what people said, and
Okay.
I was listening to the people.
Well,
We're a voice for the people too. I understand both parts
Well,
because I resell
but you got to
too.
remember too,
Oh my
people
God.
complain a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah,
complaints.
that's true.
People just
That's
love to complain. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it's hot in here. The AC don't work. Or, oh my God, the elevators are all congested. Well, honey, there's a lot of people there, and you're not the only ones. There's other visitors as well. It's not just Barbie people. So eat it up, suck it up, and go on. That's all.
Anyways, all I'm trying to say is you're defending. I think I understand you, but I'm not trying to attack that
Take
position.
the stairs.
I'm not trying to attack that position because I resell too,
Mhm.
and I'm not a hypocrite. I do that too because there's certain things where I'm like, I need this is expensive hobby, so sometimes I need to make money back. But it was just interesting to hear that dynamic because I get it, but I also feel for the people who don't have a lot of money and that want that good deal too. Because I get that because I shop for good deals for my personal stuff that I don't resell that I just want. That's what I hunt for is good deals, and because otherwise I'd be broke. I'd be so broke if I just kept buying stuff at people's ridiculous prices.
And a lot of things too, a lot of these things that that are higher in prices are either mint condition or in very good condition. There are TLC items if you want to start off, like I said, at a lower price, you can still obtain what you want. It's just the quality may not be all there as far as being clean, or you need to clean it or need to mend it. So you're able to get that item. It just won't be in spectacular condition.
And then this is an expensive hobby.
It is.
I mean, at the end of the day, like there's ranges. You got Playline, Collector, Vintage, and Holy Grails. But this is an expensive hobby. Like you're gonna spend money. You're gonna have to spend money. If not, you're either the wrong hobby or enjoy the dolls that you got because it is tough sometimes because you want this, you want that, or sell stuff. I always tell people if you want to buy something, sell something you got and buy something else. Because I mean, like I said, I'm tight with my wallet, but certain things I will spend more money on. But then I'll be like, okay, I gotta go sell this now.
Or trade. You do that a lot too.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
We're not getting into that.
Not yet. We'll get to that later. Yeah. I mean, that's what I did last year with the gal from Canada. Is I wanted this doll. She wanted a couple of my dolls, and I wanted this doll, so we did a trade, and then that was kind of it. Oh, we got another comment. Oh, Caesar said, "Oop, R.I.P. Bill Greening, LOL." No, we're just joking.
No,
he's such a nice person.
He's awesome guy.
Samuel says, "You both cracking me up." Well, thank you. We're glad you're entertained. We try to be. But yeah, there was that. Lots of complaining, but there was a lot of happy people. Trust me. For the there's there's even more happiness, and there is that we're just like going over some of the intricacies, I guess, of the convention, because it's really fun. Like for me, yeah, the dolls and doll hunting is like one aspect of it, but what the other part of it's really fun is the socializing and networking aspect of it, because of course you know some people, you reunite with some people, but you meet new people.
Yes.
And like us, we actually did run to a couple of subscribers of ours that were really joyful, and we appreciate all that, like Matthew and Salvador. You guys were really fun to run into, and some other gals that were just like, hey, I watch on YouTube, and it was just like, it's so, thank you, thank you for watching, first of all. We don't do it to be like super like that, but it's really nice to know that people appreciate the content that we put out. So thank you guys even for tuning in right now. It all circles back to that. That's the other fun part about it, is then learning from people, because sometimes you learn about certain things about certain dolls you didn't know. Like you said, Stova taught us about the brownettes, and then some of the rare package, I forgot, the bathing suit, the striped swimsuit Ken ones.
And and don't feel bad when you forget people's names. That's what these are for. It's not rude to turn, because for some reason this year it kept flipping around, so I actually had to turn around and pin it to my shirt or my shorts just so it stay frontward so people can see my name. And it was kind of hard to remember it, but that's the way it goes. And then I can't remember names.
And then really quick, I just want to throw out there, this convention shirt was from last year, but I'm wearing it today because I didn't buy any convention shirts this year. I was gonna buy one. It was a Mod Ken one, but they didn't have my size, so I didn't want to buy an oversized. I didn't want to buy an oversized shirt.
So it's always best to pre-order if you want something really bad.
Actually, there was the gal the last night from she had bought the last size I needed, and we were in line. She's like, "Oh, what size you needed?" And I was like, "Medium." She's like, "Oh, this is a medium."
Oh well.
And was like, she's asking for my friend. I said, "I get it, it's fine." I said,
a lot of aggressive ladies there too.
Oh yeah, the volunteers, they take their job very seriously.
Yes,
very seriously.
Tackle you down. Even if she's on oxygen, she'll grab you and throw you.
She'll probably use her tank, knock you out, and then tackle you down.
No touching.
Yeah, I got yelled at on last week's live. He
was getting very comfortable. He was putting his phone on the box where you would put your little entries.
They didn't say you couldn't do that.
It said don't touch.
No, it said don't touch the items. Okay. That's what they said.
I would think that would be the whole table.
But yeah, that's like our takeaways. It's really fun. Next year, it's going to be in Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
I'm excited for that. I think I'm going to take my Stetson hat this time to the convention.
Yeehaw! My assless chaps.
Oh. There you go. Yeehaw! Okay. But we're going to be in Austin, Texas. They already showed us the resort. The theme... What's the theme? Traveling in style.
Yeah, traveling in style.
And then like each luncheon, dinner have different themes. One's like glamping, one's this, one's that. So it's really fun themes. And then for the next year, it's going to be 2027 back here in Phoenix with us. So we're super excited for that. That year, I want to try to go in more and involve ourselves more. Like maybe try to do a table host, do the fashion show, fun stuff like that.
Where that next year?
2027 when it comes back to Phoenix.
But I was thinking maybe next year I'll volunteer for registration or something just to get up on there.
I volunteer for souvenir shop. I want to see what's up in there.
Souvenir shop, that's a good one. Take it around with people shopping.
I have experience. Hello, I have experience in retail. I run my own business in store. I've worked at Sears, GameStop.
But this is more customer service. You gotta talk to people.
Well, that's what I do.
Oh, you're nice like that?
I'm great. Okay. Well, it's because we're personable. I'm more upfront with him because.
What do you want?
That's our rapport. Is we're honest with each other. So yeah, there's gonna be that side of me too. Because yeah, I'm a very nice person. I'm very sweet. So is he. But people are intricate. I'm also can be bitter. I can be upset sometimes.
A lot.
I can be excited. Not a lot. Whatever.
People thought we were best friends. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, yeah, because we get along very well. Oh, whatever. But hold on real quick. So yeah, that would be interesting because you can volunteer. They always try to egg people on to volunteer and spend time helping out with the convention activities.
Yeah, because you get part of the brochure book they give you too. They put your name in there.
They sure do. Not only that, but even with, because people then can also sponsor to go one up over that. People sponsor money to fund different things like rooms and events. And the sponsors, so the video, when you saw all the signages, like those tall, huge banners and stuff, they're the ones that get first dibs on those banners. They're really cool. I wanted the one in the museum.
Well, some even have their name on it, so I'm sure those
are the ones that go to them
directly to those people.
Cool,
I mean,
cool.
They're with the pictures that we took with alongside on the side of these long ass banners, but I don't know where you would put them. I know, I put in my house.
Yeah, why not? Super cool. And then the stuff that was in the museum, really quick, a lot
Oh
of it was
wow.
people's conventioneers dolls and items that they had in their own collection that they just brought to contribute to the museum to showcase. So that was really
Like
cool.
prototypes. I mean, I love when people show prototype
Yeah.
outfits. You're like, where do you get this stuff? And was it Brian, right, that let us in early?
No, Bradley.
Bradley, sorry about that. Bradley. We were like
One of
messing
our
with
watchers. Hey,
messing
Bradley.
with the door, trying to get in, and he's also the guy that helps with the whole setup of. He actually was doing the museum. He's the one that let us in early, 15 minutes early. Do you
Okay.
remember?
Oh, we got some comments real quick. It says, Caesar asks, any fights in the convention?
Oh yes, there was. According to somebody, rumor has it, there was a fight over a $60 Francie outfit in the elevator. I was like, what? You know, I love the gossiping. And then, unfortunately, a couple of people fell. One broke their leg or their arm there, I
Oh,
believe.
really? I
There was
didn't
a
hear
lot of
that.
little things going on.
Maybe they were fighting with the passion of the
There
convention.
was a fire outside in the garbage
Oh,
can. I
and
think maybe a smoker threw their cigarette
there was
inside and caused a
and there was
fire.
actually a really sad story. There
Oh
was
no.
you don't want to say it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying.
that's you, not me.
I want to say there was a really sad story. There was a conventioneer whose partner actually passed away there on set on grounds, which was really heartbreaking because it's just
And they were longtime conventioneers as
yeah,
well.
and they were a gay couple, two men. It was just like very sad, like just to hear that. Obviously, like because they died out of town, they had to stick in town and kind of like just be there and deal with all these emotions. So our
Right.
condolences to you. I don't want to say his name, but condolences to that gentleman. I'm so sorry. That was very heartbreaking
And
to hear.
tragic to hear
Very
about.
tragic.
Yeah.
But yeah, as for fights, yeah, that drama there. I didn't get in fights, but some people, like I said, are pushy, especially the volunteers. And I'd be like, calm down. I'm listening. I'm just looking, especially in the souvenir room. I'm
And
just
then,
gonna
and then
say,
we have a friend. His name is Callie. Calachulo Books.
oh,
Calucho
my goodness,
Books.
talk about that.
Oh no, but he's a very exciting guy, and you know they always keep an eye on him. Those
Kelly,
convention
Calucha,
people and monitoring him. But
Kelly,
he's awesome.
Ke-
Hey, Callie.
Kelly, here, let me do it while I'm here. Kelly actually makes
Yeah.
these little booklets. I showed them on the live, but Calucho, they're basically like these little notebooks. They come with these pens and you can write in them. And I use them a lot for like receipts when I go to doll shows, or I kept a little diary. I forgot to keep writing. I only wrote 2 days worth, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he makes a
he
lot of
makes
old
these.
vintage cases.
Yeah, the vinyl ones.
A
Yeah,
lot of people give them to him or donate to him,
and then
that's
he'll
what he
create
creates.
these.
And he also creates bigger books as well.
Yeah, Calucho, check him out. He's really fabulous from San Francisco, one of our friends, and he was really happy when we talked about it last year. But last year I didn't know his.
And he's very appreciative. That guy is really awesome.
Yeah,
He just loves the, just
He's-
being around people and being himself, which we love.
Yeah, Kelly's electric. Love you, Kelly. I hope you made it safely back home.
And
But
Catalina and Valerie, we hung out with them at the
last
jockey
night,
bar.
yeah.
It was fun.
yeah, that was the last night. Hold on, we got more. Oh, right here, Belinda Almodova says, George, I agree with you. It bothers me that people buy stuff and then sell it for higher prices. I think it's wrong. Well, yes, I agree. I think it depends on the situation. For me, it's like
That's your opinion.
if it's something that I bought and then like it gradually it's like the Pennywise doll, right? Like let's say if I bought it at retail, like I don't blame people for selling it, trying to sell it at the $800, $900, $1,000, because that's where it's gotten at. That's the game. But I think the room selling to me was like, it was like beating people to the punch, and that's what bothers me a little bit about that. But I get it, but it still bothers me. I'm on both sides because I'm a reseller, but I'm also a shopper. I collect this stuff.
Yeah,
and then
if you have the money to throw like a
that's
couple
the other
of
part.
grand down, I mean, come on. I mean, that's the way it is.
But that's like you said, the name of the game. It's unfortunate, but it's like that's where you got to put your thinking cap on, and sometimes be maybe a smarter collector, because even though they're spending money too, doesn't mean they're spending it right. So think about that too, because I'm not gonna name any names, but I've seen people who like were maybe little collectors, and all of a sudden they come into money and they start buying stuff like crazy, and they thinking they know everything, and I'm sure they're spending their money not very wisely, and
Well, because other people have their own mentality of their collection. Like me, myself, especially with the dolls that they gave us this year, I'm not a big fan of the newer dolls. I love that when they use the what do you call that? The vintage molds,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
are the, what do they call them? I forgot already.
I just say the vintage.
Okay,
phase,
well,
yeah.
the new dolls that come out,
The Silkstones?
the Silkstone versions, I like when they use that face because it reminds me of the vintage,
Oh
and I
yeah.
like those dolls quite a lot, a little bit better than. But then again, they're still newer to me. They're still, the new dolls, and I'm not really particular a collector of that. I'm barely creeping in maybe into the '80s dolls, but my passion is the '60s through the '70s, and I love those dolls. So I always stick to that. And with Barbie, it's almost like you have to do certain eras of these dolls because there's so much out there with Barbie that it's hard to just get everything of Barbie. So it's always best to figure out your selection of your dolls that you like to dedicate to. So yeah, if you're out there like George said, buying this, buying that, just trying to capture everything, you're going to go broke. So it's always better just to figure out what you like and stick to that as best, and then get the sales when you can.
That's my number one thing is getting good prices. But like me as a collector too, it's yeah, I love the 60s and 70s because that's what kind of started like our professional doll collecting journey, and I love it. But the problem with me with vintage, I love it so much and I want everything, but the problem is it's like it's so expensive. It's crazy. People mark their. Of course, I understand, but that's why I only. But that's why if you saw, I bought a thumbless Tootie for $5 because I was like, you know what, I'll buy the thumbless Tootie because all the other Tooties I want are 300, 400. I'm like, oh my god,
And well deserved because they're in really good mint
let me
condition.
let me finish. I'm just saying, but I'm not for my wallet. It's not I because it's like people.
Well,
This is my thing. I tell people all the
get
time.
the Tootie with the missing thumb then.
People will hold on to stuff for year after year after year and it will not sell, and somehow the price keeps going up. But it's like if you're not selling it and you're just holding on to it, what's the point? You're a seller. You want to move this product, you want to move this stuff, you want to move on with your life, but you keep harboring onto these high prices.
It's like me. I mean, if I'm going to sell something, I mean, I have a couple of AA Francis, and I rather hold on to them and get the price that I want to get in. Because if not, then I'll just keep them in my collection. I'm not starving for
but
space
you're not
in my
but you're
house.
not selling them. That's not a different
No,
situation.
but if I choose
No,
to,
but that's not the same thing. I'm talking about people who do this, who sell professionally.
Okay.
They will. It's like the Diamond Jubilee doll. I'm sorry, I'm gonna rant right now. The Diamond Jubilee doll will consistently stay at $350 to like $500. Why people are not buying it? That people will buy it out of the country. I've seen it on eBay, but people are not buying it. I'm not trying to bully anybody to give me a good price. Sell it at what you want, but I don't like that because me as a seller, when I have stuff, if it doesn't move, I'm selling. Let's move this, get it out the way. Let me start offering stuff. And if I'm not happy if it gets too low, I'll take it off the market and bring it back out later. But I just don't get it. I don't get it sometimes.
Well, you got to remember these people also that are vendors are having to rent out
No, I get
storage
that.
space, so they have to make up their money.
No,
and
I
they're not
get
gonna
it.
Lower it.
I get it, but if they're not selling it, they're not making money. They're not using that money to pay for their storage. It does not make sense. It's to me that kind of mentality. You're gonna lose track. You're gonna lose momentum. You're gonna lose sales. You're gonna lose customers. You're gonna lose a lot of that. I sell.
Well,
so I understand
that seller's not for you, and that doll wasn't meant for you. That's just the way it works.
You're just trying to be a devil's advocate. I'm just saying, let me rant. This is my opinion. I'm just saying, I sell a lot, and I'm good at selling. I reselling, that is, and I own a business where I do custom stuff, so I get the two different aspects of it. But yeah, it doesn't even when I resell a styled wig that's still brand new, I'll like drop it down a lot because I'm like I already enjoyed it. I've had it in my possession for a while already. Even if it's been on the market for a while, I've had it in my possession.
Well, you got to remember some of these vintage dolls are not remaking again. So, and then a lot of people are either
most dolls are not making,
but a lot of people are oaking them out, and then no longer are they available anymore. So, the more people
No, I get
do
that.
these to these dolls, those dolls that are in their
No,
original state
I
are
know,
more valuable.
but you're talking about specific, very high value dolls. I'm talking about stuff that costs like $350. It's not selling for $350. Like drop it to $200. I'll buy it then from you. If you sell me a Diamond Jubilee for $200, I'll buy it from you. I'm just saying, like it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna spend $350 plus shipping and tax on it. That's like, to me, that's like that weird border crossing. Like, okay, now you're getting crazy.
Well, like I said, then maybe that doll wasn't for you.
No, it is for me. It is
from that vendor.
It is for me. I know I'm gonna get it.
Move on.
No. I'm not gonna move on because the doll is still there. But anyways, that's my gripe with that specific doll, because I really want her, but I know I'm gonna find her one day at a good price.
Well, maybe that person is thinking like I am. Like, I'd rather keep her in my collection until she sells for what I want it for. Because, like I said, I won't let things go just because people want it.
But if you consistently have her year after year first sale, it makes me think you don't want her. The doll's been out since the Diamond Jubilee celebration 5 years ago.
Well, look at that one that we saw, that Voyager one from 2019. That was gorgeous, and that was what people want.
Oh my God, that's the other guy. People were buying like the auction dolls, winning the souvenir stuff, and just put on eBay for resale.
Yeah,
you've been seeing a lot of that. I see. I mean, you're allowed to do it, but it's just interesting.
I mean, we do it, so I mean, what's the problem?
No, but they bought auction dolls to do that. It's different. Like these stuff are.
Oh, the auction dolls. Okay, I gotcha.
Like the Maggio one from last year. Yeah.
Well, aren't those also like for all the things that they do? You know, all the organizations that they, isn't that oh God, what's it called? Charity. Yeah. So I'm sure they can write that off on their taxes.
Oh my God, we've been talking about the Barbie convention for an hour. We didn't even cover anything else.
We'll keep going.
Hold on, there's more comments. Hold on. It says George. Okay. Caesar says, as a professional wig maker, what did you think of the wigs at the fashion show? Girl, I don't want to drag anybody. No, some of them were cute. I'll tell you, some of them were cute. But a lot of people just put their hair. There was no wigs in sight. No, there is actually. I give kudos to what's that gentleman's name? The one who does the wigs, who did a lot of Matthew Sky. I give kudos to Matthew because he was there working. He was bleaching ladies' hairs. He was doing wigs,
makeup.
He was working his. And
he's also a professional photographer. So I would see him in passing, but I was like, "Are you going to enjoy the convention?"
But I won't. Hold on. But to answer your question really quick, what I'm saying, a lot of them were not accurate, but I get it. It's hard. You're already bringing an outfit. One thing though, Mattel, hey, because I know you did the runway. Those wigs though look a little too plastic. If you need some wigs, a supplier, I can give you some really cool wigs, and we can, maybe do some kind of trade or something going on. Because I love all the designers, but I don't know what those were the most questionable wigs because they look really Party City.
Is that wigs. The ones they did the basic style?
Yeah, where Carlisle had them. What they did, you can see it in the video. Cool. They came out. It was cool. The gag was cool, but I was like, "Oh, girl, I could have got you better wigs."
A switcheroo on the
because that's what they do, right? Oh, the new basic dolls, they're not wigs anymore. They're going to be rooted into the doll's head. So just heads up on that.
Black, they're more of a white.
Oh yeah, they're a different color palette. No more strict black outfits. It's going to be like a beigey gold and nude sort of tones. And then they have a new basic Ken doll coming out, which is, I want him. He's really cute. Hold on, there's more. But yeah, I would love to. There were some people that tried to reach out last year to do wigs for them this year, but I think because they didn't go through with the fashion show, that's why they never followed through with me. But LA put a nervous face, yeah, because we were going back and forth. And then Belinda says, Timoteo, if you ever decide to sell one of your AA Francis, let me know. I'm a Francie collector. Okay, send us a message, Belinda, on Instagram, and then keep in touch. LA says Party City wigs, girl. Yeah, not Party. Even though Party City's out of business, their wigs are still rampant in the world, and I do not like it. Belinda says
Arizona heat would have curled them up real quick and melted that.
It says, Belinda said, "LOL, those wigs were as bad as the doll wigs." Honestly, yeah, same quality. It's probably use the same fibers because that's their connection. That's their supplier. But yeah, next year, maybe I'll try to get involved in the fashion show, but I won't do like a drag Barbie look. Maybe I'll do something more compact, like a Ken look. I'll try, but I don't know. I also don't want to stress myself out.
But with these wigs, I think like how you call them, the hard
fronts.
Hard fronts, because George, he has more lace front to make them a little more natural. You have to glue them down. So I believe it's a little more work to utilize his wigs, unless he gets into those hard front wigs. But I think that's more the quality you find in those kind of wigs, isn't it?
True, yeah. Well, if you go to beauty shops, you can find blends, like synthetic blends that are a lot nicer, but those were straight up Party City wigs. Like, yeah, I mean, the quality, because I know my quality, I know this business, but yeah, I mean, I guess we won't talk about much more about the convention. We're gonna get more in depth and talk about it in our new video coming out.
Oh, the dinners one were so good. We like the dinners.
We'll talk about it then. We'll talk about that. We got a whole other stuff to talk about. Let's move on. So what did Tim buy? Tim has something else to show, which is really exciting. It's not Barbie related, but it's really fun. It finally
came for me.
It actually, if you don't know or can't read, this is the Bratz-iversary doll, the jade one they came out with. This is the made to order stock that they did, the second release they did. She finally showed up. There you go. She finally showed up. Oh, her lick is detached too from yours. Oh no. But she just came out. She's brand new, super cool. You can actually buy her on Amazon now if you have Amazon Prime, or if you want to give your money to Jeff Bezos, you can also buy her from the website still. And then I believe that's it. I don't think they have it on Target, or I don't know if you don't support Target, but just buy from Brat's website. I'm just saying, it's a really cool place to buy stuff from. If you buy over a certain amount, they don't charge you shipping. So this, and then like maybe one of the new styling dolls, and you're golden. But she's gorgeous, super
Yes,
cool.
beautiful doll.
But she came in. She was supposed to come in, shipped out mid-July. She arrived while we were gone. So luckily,
our neighbor helped us out.
we have hawks watching our house.
Yeah, we have a lot of people watching.
Yeah, so but our neighbor picked it up for us, which is really great. So thank you to Shelly for doing that for us while we were gone. But next thing is I want to cover. This was last weekend. Oh look, someone Eric Patterson says, "Hey there, guys! Hey Eric, welcome to the chat." Yeah, wow, that was right. Epic Toy Show happened last weekend. Right before we left for convention, I did a toy show. I sold at a toy show. Tim, I took his stuff, but he couldn't make it. He had to work at his new job. And I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the experience of this is a new show I haven't sold with, but the process of getting in was a little tedious because they weren't responding to my messages until finally I got their email from someone else I knew that sells at their shows, but. That was kind of tricky. They're very nice people, but I would just hopefully they can get a little bit better on that communication, because that was a little tedious to get a hold of them. But other than that, so the show was fine. It wasn't great. It was a little slow. I don't know if I'm going to do it next time at that show. I'm going to wait for the Mesa ones. Those are better. Or just do our doll shows. But it wasn't really worth it. I did sell some stuff, but the stuff I thought I was going to sell didn't sell. And the toy, because it's a toy show, I did not just take dolls. And the majority was dolls. I took some toys. None of my toys sold. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take dolls going. I'm not going to try to bring no Nintendo, no Mario, no Pokemon. I'm just going to keep it strictly dolls. Because that's what's sold. So... And what did you order? Oh, what did I didn't buy anything at the toy show. The only thing I did was trade. I traded one of my items for sale, and I got Zurg. He is Buzz Lightyear's. He's Buzz Lightyear's arch nemesis. He's super cute. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Oh, he's a little dusty already. Yeah, okay. But I'm really happy. I've seen it so many times at Disneyland, and I'm happy I have one now. I traded him for that He-Man character lady I bought at the Mattel store. I was like, she's cool, but I put her up for sale, and my neighbor was really interested in her, and I had showed interest in this, so we just traded. I think I got a better value. Because this is like $40 at Disneyland, and I bought that for $20 at the Mattel store. So I got something I really wanted out of it. Yeah, so... I'm not gonna do that show again. So next thing for us is gonna be, I think, the doll show in October where we sell in. So hopefully Tim can join me maybe this time. If not, then we'll be representing.
If it's on a weekend, no.
Yeah, there you go. So no. So
I work weekends.
Yeah, so there's that. But I will take some stuff of his to sell for sure. Next up in the agenda, which is really cool. I don't know if you guys have heard of this or bought it, but the Bratz X Jean-Paul Gaultier doll that dropped. It was something we talked about that was rumored, and it just came out. It came available this past week. I did buy the regular set because the foil special 250 one sold out, so I got the regular 150. Really excited, but I think I'm gonna chill for a while because I've been spending so much money between the convention and all this. I'm like, I need to chill out.
And the one is still available too as well.
Yeah, the regular one's still available.
$150.
She's really cute. Really cute. I do think it's Sasha. I believe it's Sasha, the character.
Yeah, and she has like, I don't know if you remember the 90s, but she has those Madonna cone breast.
Yeah, because Jean-Paul Gaultier was the one that designed that for Madonna. Kind of she popularized that look for sure. Yeah.
So neat.
That came out, which is really cool. And then the other thing they didn't show this at the convention. People thought they were because people kind of knew about it. But the Clueless Barbie's coming out. Those are coming out soon. It's already been teased on Mattel Creations. They have the two main characters, Cher, and I forget the other girl's name.
I forget already.
But the two main characters, they got them. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I love the idea. It's just not my thing. I don't think I'm gonna get them. But this is the gag about this. Barbie is doing Clueless, and so is Bratz. They're doing it this year. I'd rather buy the Bratz ones. I think they're gonna do it a little bit better because I've seen these dolls are cute, but I think Bratz did really good at the Mean Girls, and it is confirmed they're doing the spring fling, by the way, of the new Bratz Mean Girl line. But I would rather buy the Bratz because I know I'm gonna get more bang for my buck. I know they won't. I think the resale will be better for the Barbies because it's Barbies, but I think for the style and I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
Talking myself out of it. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I'm most likely I'll probably get the Barbie ones because they were like they
See,
were a
you
hit.
get the Barbie ones, I'll do the Bratz ones.
And they were
so
like
we
a
have
good
them.
hit when they were showing oh shit, end lives in 4 or 5 minutes. Was that?
Well, don't curse.
Oh what? No, I didn't say that. It said live will end in 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, it's only. Oh, that's TikTok.
Oh, that's TikTok.
Whatever. Who cares about TikTok? It'll
Oh
end.
my god.
Oh, I don't know. It'll end by itself. Sorry, TikTok. But we're gonna continue here for a little bit more while on YouTube. So, Clueless, you were saying?
Oh, I said that they had on our fashion show. There was 2 gals that came out, and they were kind of teasing that they weren't out yet, but they were the new thing. So they were all clapping because they were excited that the Clueless girls were going to come back on Barbie and Mattel.
Gotcha.
I think that was fun.
Really quick, this person commented, Belinda. Oh, sorry, not this person. Sorry, Belinda commented. The chatter is that the new Clueless dolls are to play line. Yeah, the faces, but I do like the outfits and everything. Yeah, but people are always complaining, so I don't know. But you can find pictures of, stock photos of them already, like on Twitter. That's where I've seen them. They look fine. I actually don't like the packaging. The packaging to me ruined it because the dolls look great. I do like the dolls. The packaging doesn't. It's not wow enough for me. Mattel does sometimes great packaging, and they didn't do it with this one. It looks very cheap, I will say, and it doesn't make up for it because I would have loved to see like a school setting or something like that. Like,
look at it, has a little thing.
I know, just leave it alone. It's gonna end in 3 minutes.
Oh,
but hold on. Someone else put Did you get? Oh yes. Did you see the new Dia de los Muertos Barbie at the convention? Yes, we saw the sneak preview. I'm gonna try to do a short where I sketch it out because we couldn't film it. We weren't allowed to. Although you know what, some people leaked some of the stuff. They took pictures while they were there. Do you know the new style? The gala one. It was Brooklyn, and she had the blue dress. Someone took a picture and posted on Twitter. Shame on you. You're not supposed to do that.
They got videos at the hotel. They're probably gonna catch you. You better watch out.
But I did not take. I couldn't. But I did talk to myself on my phone. Did voice notes while I described it. So I'm gonna try to do a sketch. But she's really cool. So she's a Barbie. She has a veil and she has this off the shoulder blue, like large, like umbrella shaped gown, but it's light blue like water, and it has this lacing sort of trimming and appliques on it. She's very black hair, and then she has a faint like white sugar skull Katrina face, and the design continues on to her chest. She's very neat. She's very cool. I kid you not, that was the biggest reaction out of any of the doll show, even the convention doll. The convention was this Dia de los Muertos La Llorona doll. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I know you joined late, so you missed it. So yeah, there's that to look forward to. Natural Girl says, "Hey George and Tim, hey, happy Friday, TGLF." So next on the agenda is really excited to hear this. There was chit chat at the convention that new Playline Allen doll is actually already, you can find it maybe at the El Segundo headquarters Mattel store. And really cool. We're really excited because not soon, but in about 2 months, we're going to be going back to California. We're going to be stopping by to see if they have it there or just to visit in general. I want to try to, I think, refilm because I did film a video when we first went, but I don't think it's as, I'm getting better at the camera. So I'm going to redo it and do like shopping with us at the El Segundo store.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But looking forward to that. And then I learned about the D store. I was keeping it hush hush because I thought it was secret, but it's not. A lot of people know about the D store, which is like if you're a friend of an employee of the Disney in Disneyland, you get invited to the D store, which is a discounted Disneyland store near the Disneyland park area, and you can buy lots of discounted like merch, like a Ross, I guess, but for Disney, like their own stuff. Gotcha. And they sell stuff really discounted. So I want to see what I find.
You have a family member too that works for Disney.
Yeah, it's my brother Wallow. He's
but unfortunately he didn't tell us about it.
Don't say that.
Oh.
Don't talk about all that. But they're I want to try to see if they have really cool like pins because I love pins. I love collecting them. And one thing people do with Disney is they'll buy like pins, and they'll like when they go to the park the next day they'll like give out stuff to new people they meet, like as hey, we met, take this pin, just remember a conversation. The other thing too is Oogie Boogie Bash. Not doll related, but I'm really excited to go do that while we're there in town, and then revisit the discount store in San Bernardino, California. And then the last thing I wanted to touch.
There's 2 discount stores, remember?
There is, but we don't. But isn't the other one closed? I thought that couple we met. Okay, well, that couple we met said it's in like not Studio City. But
you mentioned the 2 though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah. The one on the way out.
The one in San Bernardino, and then that one. So last thing on the agenda we want. Hold on, let me read these comments. this the doll. Oh yes, the doll. Oh wait, I'm not sure what you mean, but yes, the doll. The last thing I want to touch on is I just posted this. It's the new Peaches and Cream American Girl X Barbie collaboration.
I'm this close to maybe buying
Oh
one.
really?
I don't know.
Which one are you gonna get?
The AA one.
Oh, okay, she's cute.
And you know, it was a little off because they were promoting the Peaches and Cream so much. I'm wondering why they didn't kind of add that into the giveaways or things of that nature. Well, they did give us a mug.
That's true. We got those
mug.
those mugs they're selling right now, Mattel Creations.
But a reproduction doll would have been great to get. I love that.
Okay, yeah, because they already on pre-order. It would have been a gag. We would have had them first. I mean,
Yeah.
Mattel's
See, that would have been fun.
But Mattel's been known to do that because years ago when I won the Zombie Monster High Gaga doll, I won it in an online essay competition through Lady Gaga's website, and I got gifted it straight from Mattel, the doll, and it came before it released to the public. I got it like 2 weeks before it released, which is really cool. So I mean, it could have been a thing, but you know, we're appreciative. These are cool too. These are cute, the Barbie basics. It would have been a gag if they gave us the whole bundle set because the value was it would have been the same value as the one from last year. So, but we're appreciative. Don't worry, I'm not complaining. It's cool. But yeah, that's really cool. Check that out. The American Girl dolls. I think they're really neat. Don't collect them.
Yeah.
Tim has the one they came out with last time.
Yeah, the 1959 Barbie remake of it.
Really cool, really cool. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. I thought they were going to give us the Peaches and Cream doll as well. Okay. Wait a second. I can't see your picture.
It's right here.
Wait, Natural Girl, who are you? She said the convention. Is it you, Charlene? Is it you? Is this? I think it's Charlene.
Charlene.
Yeah, from we were hanging out with her at convention. I can't tell. I can kind of see the picture, but it's so tiny. Anyways, but yeah, that's what happened. We're gonna work on this new video and hopefully have it out next week for you all, so it doesn't drift on too long away from the actual convention. But there's tons of stuff we experienced. It was a really cool trip, really amazing.
Fun time.
Yeah, we can't wait to go back again and again and again and again. And then we do, as of right now, have plans to go to the convention. So we'll update you on that later to see if that goes through and everything. Because we're
what convention?
Convention. We're kind of second guessing it. Yeah. Because he has strict with his new job hours, and he doesn't want to start like taking too much time off, which I understand. But Barbie's the main thing. Like I'd rather stick to the Barbie because it's exciting. Like although I'd go for the convention doll, I was still excited to look at her, to judge her, to say if I like her or not. That's fun. That's still fun to me. Even though I didn't keep her, I still like her a lot for what she is. I love that Javi designed her. I love that we got to have him sign it. I love that we got to meet all these designers. I ran into Stone against this year, but this year I think because he was hanging out with Javi, he couldn't spill none of the Monster High beans this year.
He was almost gonna be close.
Yeah, he was gonna, when Javi said he said he went, don't say nothing. So next year maybe I'll catch you alone, Stone, and maybe we'll talk next year. But I just a collector. I love Monster High. They have such amazing products, and I can't wait for all the fun doll stuff we have to run with you going forward.
Great job with the people that we know, like Ken, that does a lot and then Pamela as well.
There were chairs like helping run the convention.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, Ken, kudos to you, Ken, amazing.
And Pamela,
yes, and Pamela. They're going to be coming here to
check out the
resort
Grand Hotel.
The Grand Hotel for the Phoenix.
And we're gonna have to go check it out ourselves.
Yeah, we want to
kind of.
Yeah, because we were kind of talking like, of course, we understand the plans are maybe set in stone, but we're like, that's
the area is just kind of
different. It's like South Phoenix. Okay. It's not even South Phoenix,
but it is being gentrified. So there you go.
Well, that's not necessarily like the best part about it or like the great part about it. It's just like it's like not downtown. It's not near the Mattel theme park. It's like okay,
but it's gonna be something like similar to I think the Palm Desert where. It's mostly you're strictly in the hotel, and if you want to go to like a convenience store or like a a restaurant like the Denny's or the Waffle Houses or things like that, and they do have an outlet mall that's across the freeway. Most likely, it's a little trek to walk there, but it's going to be an Uber ride.
Yeah, because we were questioning it once we heard, because we're of course from Phoenix and we know all of Phoenix very well, so we're like, Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
baseline and the I-10 is kind of like,
It's a
there's really nothing
it
there.
it's not, yeah, it's not an area where you can get off. I mean, honestly, the only areas in town where you can get off and walk are maybe downtown or like the Melrose area, Central Phoenix kind of area. But
Yeah,
everywhere else, you gotta have a car to get
yeah.
somewhere. So if you're here, be prepared to Uber. Hold on, they
And of course, Mexican food. That's kind of what you're gonna find here in
yes, it's
Arizona.
Charlene. Okay, I thought so. I thought I could barely make up your face. And then Tanya says, "Hi, Tanya. Thank you for joining us. Hello. We're probably near the end of our life,
Yeah,
but thank you for joining us. Make sure to watch us back." And then did they talk about convention? No, not at the bar. We just we're following the
yeah.
Facebook group.
That's a whole different, I
Yeah,
think, group of
yeah.
people as a convention. They don't.
Okay.
They're not
And she said,
associated
"Have
with
you had it
that.
on lockdown?" Okay, yeah, you were there. Charlene was with us when I was trying to ask about all that stuff in the museum. And then Caesar says they should have a Monster High convention. They should. I bet you they'd have a lot of people that would go. I know tons of Monster High collectors. There's two of them right here. So,
Mhm.
Vivian Asif says, great dancing at the convention, Tim." Yeah.
My friend Allegra, I had a great time with her. Me and her were cutting up every disco they had there. They even had a lounge 2 nights that they had a bar and a DJ there, and we were having such a
Yeah,
great
that first
time.
night he was gone. He was Britney Spears. Okay,
Okay.
he said, "Oops, I." Okay, all of that. It was really fun. Even for me, I was like, I danced in my chair because I don't want to get sweaty and tired. But I like talking to everybody there because like I'm still having a good time, even though I'm not drinking and excessively dancing. But when my song comes on, because I requested Abracadabra Girl, I ran to that dance floor.
Yeah.
Yes, our friend Gil requested Yes and by Ariana Grande, but he left.
Before they
So
played
I
it.
went and danced for him.
He's elderly, so he has
Oh
to
my
get his
god! Oh yeah,
rest. Hi, Gil.
yeah.
Don't forget to take your medication.
Whatever. We love our friend Gil. We had such a Gil is always such a fun time to hang out with. We love Gil so much.
Oh, and you met a new friend, a potential drag daughter,
Oh
Kevin.
yeah, that's right. We're workshopping the name with Kevin, but Kevin is a superstar. She is fabulous, and she tried drag like a few years ago, but stopped. So I'm like, but when I saw her dancing on the dance
Oh
floor,
yeah.
I said, you got some spunk. You should try getting
He
into
had
drag
he had a
again.
ring of people around him going on, go Kevin, go Kevin.
It was like a
That
gay.
so
It was like a gay seance. They were like,
It was
"Oh,
so
la, la,
neat.
la, la,
He
la,
was
la,
such
la."
a fun electric person as well.
And
Real fun.
it was fun to kind of like Barbie and Pride Month, and it was like this fun like amalgamation of all this like positive energy and fun people
Yeah.
and good spirits for the most part, and just there to have a great time. And there was some good food we ate there too.
Yeah.
That we like Wild Eggs. That's a breakfast joint there in town, like a couple blocks away from the Galt House. So if you're in town, hey, Wild Eggs, that was really good. Thank you for my gigantic sack of pancakes. I was bloated all day long, but I loved it. Thank you, because I doused it in syrup.
And the Bluegrass Brewery Company.
Yeah, to our oh, sorry, I didn't catch her name,
Yeah,
but
our waitress.
our waitress,
there.
she was so sweet. She was like the best person. She was
Sweetie
took
pie,
care.
honey bunch,
Yeah,
all that beautiful. And she also helped us kind of enunciate, just try to help us out with that because she caught our TikTok.